Saving Susanna is a 4-story brownstone renovation, a year and a half in the making. Our client lived in this home before we renovated and knew exactly how to shape it into his forever home.
With rich Berlin-inspired colors and a nod to the original charm, we restored and reimagined this space into a 2-family oasis. This project was all about honoring the past while creating a home for the future.
This has been one of our largest restoration projects to date, a 4-story brownstone located right in the heart of Bedford-Stuyvesant.
I'm Barry, and this is Jordan. We're the Brownstone Boys. This house was originally built by Brooklyn's first woman architect and developer, Susanna E.C. Russell. And seeing all the beautiful details that she put into it, being able to restore those, bring those back to life, let them be the star of the show, and then modernize it for today's living was just such a huge privilege.
So this home was originally, back in the 1800s, built as a single family where the kitchen was on that garden floor. Over the years, it has been carved into several different configurations, and when our client took over the house, it was set up still as a single family, but with 3 separate kitchens. We worked with him on how he wanted to convert this into his forever home, which means that it was going to turn it into a triplex over a rental unit with 2 separate bedrooms. For us, one of the biggest challenges was the parlor floor. On the parlor floor, you'll see a lot of woodwork, and us going back to what was the original layout of all this woodwork. So for us, we had to strip all of this wood, configure all the species that were used in this house, and then get it to a tone that was consistent throughout the entire 4-story brownstone.
Yeah, it was really surprising to see that they used mahogany wood right next to something that was super, super light.
Like a poplar.
Like a poplar or something. So one of the biggest challenges was just evening that all out. Yeah. And it was a lot of work because there's a lot of wood in this house. We were able to sand a lot of the original floors throughout the house. So we're fortunate that they were in good enough shape and there was enough thickness to them that we could go ahead and sand them.
I really love this kitchen. It's definitely steers on the modern side. You enter the kitchen both through the parlor, through the restored pocket doors, or you can enter it on the hallway in that main entrance. And you go in and there's almost this moodiness, this tonal feeling once you walk inside this kitchen. We worked with reform cabinetry on this kitchen. You used the basis line. And you have this wood with also the painted fronts. And I think the juxtaposition between those two is really nice. There's also an original fireplace in the kitchen. And who doesn't want a fireplace in their kitchen? I love that it's in this new build, but you still have that history inside this space. And I also love that the dining is in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. A lot of our brownstones, again, they're long and narrow spaces, and a lot of people bring the dining into the parlor floor, into that main living area. And I like keeping the dining in the kitchen space because who doesn't congregate in the kitchen? It's a place of gathering, and I think now having the dining there allows the guests to come and sit down in this beautiful new space while the client is cooking, and it's just this really beautiful, warm feeling inside that space.
So one of the biggest new features in the kitchen area is the arched door right in the middle of the back wall. Usually in the back of a brownstone in this area, there's 3 windows across, and for some reason this place only had 2. So we decided to add this tall arched door. It lets in so much more light into the kitchen, and it also, because it's so tall, it draws your eye up to the original plaster moldings and plaster medallion on the ceilings, and it gives you access to the new deck that we added right off the kitchen that is a nice place to have a grill or maybe some outdoor dining, and also stairs to the backyard.
So walking up the staircase to the 2nd floor, you are struck by that original plaster frieze work that Susanna put inside the home that we lovingly restored. And something that a lot of people don't think of when they think of brownstones is they're long and narrow and short of storage spaces. And something I we carefully put into this entire house renovation was smart storage. And on that second floor hallway, we added a washer and dryer that's hidden inside the wall, so it has the same paint color. As you look through, your eyes are fooled by the paint and it's keeping consistent. So the white color that we used throughout the entire brownstone was pointing from Farrow Ball. And on the second floor, in the guest bedroom, we really wanted to incorporate that outdoor lifestyle. So this we used lichen from Farrow Ball. And then in the guest bedroom is this beautiful light blue, which steers on the green, the blue, a gray. You get all these rich tones in this color. And then that leads you into the ensuite, which is cock green. And then the tile in here is that stunning European tile from Gollum Tile out in Berlin. We were inspired by the vintage. We brought that original chandelier that was in the parlor floor and rewired it for this bathroom. And all of the tile work in here was inspired by what was originally put in brownstones. I really love the print on this tile. It's from Winkleman's out in Europe. Again, our client spends a lot of time in Europe, so we were really heavily inspired by European tile throughout the house. And it just has that historic New York vibe in this that I really love and resonate with.
So as we head up the original staircase to the third floor, where we have 2 more bedrooms, including the primary bedroom, at the top of the stairs, you're greeted with these recessed bookshelves that create a little bit of a library space. The client here is a very avid reader, and we wanted him to have a home for all of his books. So these shelves are recessed into the walls. They're using the space that was already there, so we didn't have to carve it from somewhere else. And it's just a really nice, warm feeling to see all these books that we know mean so much to the client right here, and easy access for him and on display for everyone to see.
So let's head inside this primary bedroom. First thing that you will be struck by is this beautiful rich color. This is Sulking Room Pink from Farrow Ball, and we really use that brick building behind his building to inspire that color and that tone. It's this moody, beautiful pink against all of this wood in the house. It's just a really warm, inviting space. And now we're here in the primary bedroom, and inside this bedroom we added a Brownstone Police Special. This beautiful arched pocket door that leads into the primary closet. And then in between the guest ensuite bedroom on the top floor and the primary, we have a Jack and Jill primary bathroom. And let's talk about this bathroom, because guys, this by far is my favorite space in the entire home. I've been waiting for this, the third floor bathroom. This is now the primary bathroom. Montage of the bathroom.
So we really wanted this bathroom to feel grand, and the first thing that you notice is this gorgeous tile. Our client really wanted to bring in that European artistry, so this tile is from Gollum. They're Berlin based. The cobalt blue that you see is just gorgeous, and there's a very intricate pattern on the tile too. So it's actually 4 tiles that make up this entire pattern. On the floors and on the countertop of the vanity, we have a nice light Carrera, so you see that juxtaposition between the light and the dark.
We also added custom vanities with additional storage space, going back to that topic. It just complements beautiful. You have the lights on the side.
Something that really sets off everything in this space is the skylight that we added. So having that natural light flow in across that tile, across those chrome fixtures, really make for a special space.
I just really get a vibe in this space that I am all here and all about.
We really wanted to create flexible spaces for the client. So throughout this house, you'll see these flexible spaces that could be bedrooms, but they're using them for other purposes. A large bedroom that's currently set up as an office. It's painted in light blue by Farrow Ball, and it has a little bar space as well, because now we're a couple levels up from the kitchen. So in case you want a beverage or a coffee, it's nice to have this extra bar space. It's also by reform cabinetry. And we also have a small bedroom that has a really unique feature, because when you open a closet door, it's actually a ship's ladder that leads to the roof.
And this allows him to eventually, after recovering from this renovation, to build a beautiful roof deck. And it's gonna be quite the entrance with that rich yellow tone. It's also the color we brought down to the main garden vestibule entrance, and we complement it with the gorgeous green tile. So now you have your kind of where you enter the home and where you're gonna leave the home going up to the roof. And it just, again, is this color story that we really love in this space. Let's go all the way down back to that garden floor where the kitchen was originally. It is now a 2-bedroom apartment, and this will just be a perfect rental unit for any lucky renters out there.
So I think we really saved Susanna. It's such a beautiful house and so many gorgeous original features. So I hope you guys enjoyed the house tour.
Yeah, it has been such a pleasure working with our client on this 1.5-year renovation. Huge shout out to our team, especially our foreman, Gilmer. We really couldn't have done this without the entire team. But thank you again for watching this. If you liked it, do us a favor, love this video, share it with a friend or two, subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you on the next one. Bye everyone.